of Key Lock Records and Sunlighter Band, was offered the opportunity to be the opening band for Sonny and the Sunlighters. Agustin Ramirez, Tierra Tejana, Joe Bravo, La Mafia, Ramiretta, and many, many more. He played with Tejano Rose, Vendetta, Cascabel, Beto Ramon, the Profile Band. At present, he is collaborating with Rudy Campos, Jesse Coco Torres, and Emilio Guerra, and have formed the Texas Rattlers Tejano Band. Joe Albert Mendoza.
Next on the category we got, or on the list, we got Ralph Liforne. Ralph has been playing saxophone for 53 years. His first experience playing started in elementary school with a band director that gave classes. In junior high, he and Rick Trevino formed a 5-piece band called the Miracle Midgets. During his teens, he played with Agustin Ramirez, Marky Lee, Y Lumbre, and Little Joe. In 1970, he went back to Houston and played with the Saints and Singers, Luis Ramirez and Latin Express, Robert Durantes and Aviso, Tejano Knights, Mambo Jazz Kings, and more. He has also been involved in several studio projects with Big Nash Espinosa, Johnny Hernandez, and Eviso. Musicians have an inside joke about how long we have been in the industry: rookie, accepted member, professional, veteran, dinosaur, and finally fossil, which is where he considers himself in the industry. Congratulations, Ralph.
That's right. Gilbert Rodriguez started singing and playing guitar at the age of 13. He was in a trio at the age of 16. His dad told him, drop the guitar and pick up the alto saxophone. In the early 60s, he formed his band Gilbert and the Blue Notes. Very famous band. He recorded his hit song in 1965, which was from an album entitled Hay un Momento with Rosina Records. He recorded numerous 45s with that same label. He has always had a passion for the business, and in the 70s he opened up a record shop. In the 80s he opened up an auto parts shop, which soon after, in 1982, he opened up Gilbert's Mexican Restaurant, which I have eaten at many times. It is still open today, and it is the best restaurant in San Antonio. Gilbert Rodriguez, congratulations on your induction.
Ernest Perez. Ernest Perez began his musical career at the age of 10 by playing with his father. By high school, he was playing with bands with his father, his brothers, and his uncles and cousins. Ernest was a self-taught musician, mostly playing by ear, and later learned to read music and began to play keyboards, piano, and most recently, accordion. In 1954, he had a very successful 8-piece band in Dallas-Fort Worth area. Ernest, along with his brothers Ruben, have been contributing greatly to the awareness of Tejano music and have entertained masses in Texas for over 80 years.
Wow.
They have both been honored as Tejano legends by the city of Austin. Their statues stand at the Emma S. Barrentes Mexican American Culture Arts Center in Austin. Wow. Congratulations, Ernest.
The next inductee is Ruben Perez. He began his musical career at the age of 13, playing with his father at Cinco de Mayo salons and dance halls in East Austin. After his service in the Army and his unexpected death of his father, he joined his cousin, Justin Perez, and his band, the XGIs, in 1949. Ruben took over the band and renamed it Ruben Perez y su Orquesta. His last public performance before his death, untimely death, in 2018 was with Ernest and Ruben Perez Orchestra, with a great host, Ruben Ramos, at the Nuevo Leon restaurant. The concert was entitled The Roots of Live Music, and the capital benefited Cepeda Music Garden in Austin, Texas. Congratulations, Ruben Perez.
Cecilio P. Rodriguez. Cecilio started playing his musical journey at the age of 14. His first instrument was a saxophone that his sister bought him. At the time, no one was aware of the impact that purchase would make on him and his life. He was born with an exceptional talent for writing lyrics and music, and could take a piece of work and turn it into gold. During what we would now know to be a short career, he collaborated with Shorty Martinez, Freddie Porras, Rick Trevino Sr., Ray Ramos, Henry Sanchez, Gaston Ponce, and many more. He was given the honor of playing in the legendary Stardust and Pan American ballrooms, Savoy Club, Seville, as well as the Leland Club. He not only played with Neto Perez, but had two bands of his own, Cecilio y su Orquesta y Los Gatos. Throughout the years, he freelanced with many groups, playing with a variety of musicians. Congratulations, Cecilio P. Rodriguez.
And congratulations to all 6 of the saxophone inductees. Would you introduce yourselves and say just a few words, please?
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Joe Albert Mendoza. Originally from Lubbock, Texas. I was born in Lubbock, Texas in 1953. I had the introduction into music of watching my father play saxophone when I was 5, 6 years old, and hoping that someday that I would be a saxophone player. My father purchased me my first saxophone when I was around 14 years old in junior high, and that's where the musical career started. I started playing saxophone with garage bands here and there, and as you learn, you get better, you start playing with bands, you go up the ranks, you start playing with bands that are playing at La Villita Assembly Hall, La Villita. You're playing at all these dances, sock hops and everything all over San Antonio. Thank you. Well, someday, hoping that you'd be on the big stage, like Little Joe and the Latineers and the Sunliners and Agustina Ramirez and other groups. I made it there. I created my own band in 1980, the Alegre Band of San Antonio, Texas. I was on the same stage with Agustina Ramirez, Sonny and the Sunliners, Joe Bravo, and all these other groups. And I had the pleasure later on of joining the Sunliner Band after I gave up leadership of my band, Alegre. Being on the same stage with, like tonight, I ran into Big Joe Hernandez, great trumpet player. I've been on the same stage with guys like William Rory, great trumpet player. I always tell people here in Corpus, I moved to Corpus Christi to retire. I've been here for 12 years. And I tell the people here in Corpus that San Antonio, the musicians, is a brotherhood. These guys, we're going to be brothers forever, and I'm just happy to see these guys, and all I wish is good health to all of them. One thing I want to say tonight before I finish, you guys got to give thanks to your wives. The wives, your wives are the ones that support you. Ellas son las que te planchan la camisa y el pantalón para que salgas a tocar. And they're here with us tonight. I want to recognize my lovely wife of 48 years, Rosalinda Mendoza. And all you guys, give thanks to your wives because they're your number one support. They're the ones that are there to get you ready for your gig, answer calls. And thank you once again to the Tejano Roots Association, Noe Lerma, Ruben Perez, and all the guys that run this great organization. Thank you very much.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.